Morning and welcome to the channel. A bit of a different one, but I'm going to try and answer the question, do e-bikes make cycling easy? I'm going to try and answer that for you today. So obviously it's a bit different today. I'm sorry I haven't been out for a while, but the weather has been horrendous up here, but I'm going to try and answer this question. So I'm going to try and break it up into two sections. Obviously the one where someone has never rode before, and the ones who are like semi-fit, have been cycling for a bit. And what it is it's not an easy question to just answer straight and saying yes or no, yes it's easier, or no it's not. There is a different element into needing to explain it. So I'm going to try and do it now. So 12 months ago, or just over now, as you know, I bought the Erbea again. And before that, obviously I hadn't cycled for about 20 years, and what I did is I got myself about a £300 mountain bike just to do the commute to work, which is about 2.5 miles. It's downhill on the way to work and then uphill on the way back. And I found on the way back, I was just, even though some of you cyclists are going to probably laugh and think, how could he not cycle 2.5 miles? Well, I couldn't. I could get to work, but on the way back I had to get off the bike and push it up the hill to my house, and it was really embarrassing. Just a quick glimpse into what I used to do. Obviously I used to do a lot of hiking up the Lake District. I did the 214 Wainwrights several times, Striding Edge, stuff like that. That was my hobby. I had a bad accident on coming down off a climb, and I damaged my hip, and then I was basically out of action for over 12 months or so. Within that 12 months I ballooned up from 14.5 stone up to nearly 21 stone, just not being able to do anything, and obviously bad dietary. So that's why I decided I wanted to get a bike and just started to commute to work. Unfortunately it was embarrassing because I couldn't get up that hill. So the next step for me was I got an e-bike. The first e-bike I got was a Carrera Vengeance. Now when I started to ride from work up the hill with the Carrera, I was getting up no worries, but I was still using my assist, I was still using my legs, and I was still feeling like I'd done something when I got home. So yes, it was easier because I got up and home, but yes, after a few weeks of doing it and using it and not totally writing off the bike and just leaving it in the garage to rust, I was actually using it and I was getting fitter. So that becomes then the Erbea. What I decided then was I wanted to get something which was more better for longer rides, going up the Lake District, a lot more climbs. And I looked into it, and the Erbea Gains, I read a few reviews and that, but there wasn't much out there. That's why I started the channel, because I couldn't find much out there. But I got one anyways, and I'm really happy I got one because it's really good. Yeah, so what happens then is you're using it and you're getting yourself fitter. So that leads me into the next phase of cyclists who actually cycle on a normal bike, but are thinking are e-bikes making cycling easier. Well, this might be interesting for you, because what I find now obviously I've got my fitness. I mean, I've still got weight to go, but I'm just under 17 stone, so I've lost 3 and a bit stone since I've been using this bike, and obviously a bit better dietary. So you know, it does work. But what I'm finding now I'm a lot more fitter, and I'm going up the likes of Rhinos Pass and stuff, is it's not as easy as you think, an e-bike. Because what happens is, when you're on the flats, when you're riding flats on the straights, you probably would ride over the 15.5 or 16 mile per hour limit on all e-bikes in the UK. I tend to do that every time I'm on flats now. I usually average around 19 miles an hour around about there on flats. So basically that then becomes harder than a normal bike, because you are pulling the battery and the motor. On a normal bike you don't have that extra weight, so potentially at 19 mile an hour on a normal bike you probably end up finding it easier than an e-bike. So that, when people say you're cheating on an e-bike, you're actually not, especially on flats when you're going up it. And then when you come on to climbs, what you find now, or what I find now, and which most cyclists will, who cycle a lot and not just coming straight to the sport and just starting off like I explained before, is when you're going up hills, you actually, the 240 watts extra you're getting if you put it on full assist, you're just putting your power assist. So just say you've got an average of 300 watts, that's an average, it's not my average. You're then going up the hill at 500 watts. You're not slowing up and just using the bike 200 watts, and you're not doing that up the hill. You're actually just putting your 300 watts with the 240 watts, and you're using all that to get up the hill. So basically, if you're on a normal bike, you're still putting the same effort in, but you're only getting 300 watts on a normal bike, you're getting 540 watts on here. So what you tend to find is that you just get up the hill faster, but you're still putting the effort in. So to kill that myth, are e-bikes easier than normal bikes? Well, no, they're not. For someone who's not fit, they're helping you out, they help you get fit, they help you get on the bike, they help you stay on the bike instead of getting off and walking and then giving up and letting the normal bike rust away. Once you get to a fitness level where you're happy, that you're then basically going over the 16 mile an hour limit, so then you're cycling yourself, you're actually pulling the extra weight of the battery and the motor, so that's harder than a normal bike. And then when you come to climbs, you are basically going up faster, and you're still putting the same wattage in as what you do on a normal bike. You just the bike's giving you that extra wattage to get up there faster. So that's what I find now I'm a little bit fitter. Like I said, when you're unfit and you're not used to climbs, it does help, and you would find it easier, but you're getting fitter, and then it becomes like what I'm doing now, where you're going up hills faster. So hope that sort of like explained it a little bit for you, and hope it helps people who want to come into cycling, and also it kills that myth for you cyclists who are watching this now, that if you went on an e-bike, it wouldn't be easier for you. What you'd be doing is you'd be just going faster, because obviously the cut-off point, it's an assist, it's not, doesn't do the work for you, it helps you, but because of that limiter, when you're on flats, you're going to be going over that 15.5 to 16 mile an hour limit, and then you're doing it all yourself with the extra weight. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, it does help my channel. I need to get out because I need to show you that beautiful Lake District and the Yorkshire Dales, which is next door, and I'm so lucky to live near both of them. I've got some really good routes planned out for the Yorkshire Dales. I've been planning them out for a few weeks, and some for the Lake District, so hopefully when I get the weather I'll be out and showing you. And I'm obviously going to be doing the 100 greatest climbs in Britain. I'm going to try and be doing them as well, so stay tuned for them. Thanks for watching.